In another video, I talked about resistance in the face comes from the feet. This horse kind of puts his head down and pulls his head away from me. And I want to fix the face, but I'm going to fix it from the feet. It's really important that you do it that way, because when he goes to put his head and pull slack out of my hands, you'll see him do it in a minute. He gets the leverage to do that by pushing with his foot right there. See how he pushed with his foot and then he didn't follow the arc of the direction we were going in? That's because he was pushing with his front feet. The reason it's important to fix it this way is because if you don't, this is going to interfere with your steering later. So when he pushes with his feet, he got a skill saw and generator going over there. He don't seem to mind it too bad, but he's looking at it. When I go to fix it with my feet, I'm going to bend him to the left, and I'm going to push with my left leg and kind of raise my left hand. Get a little bit of a side pass. There, that's all we need is that one step. Now we're going to go back into that circle. That is going to fix him pulling the reins with his face, pulling the reins out of my hands. And that is also going to build into my steering and my neck rein later. So if you watch the direction I'm pulling with my hand, I'm pulling up in the direction I would be neck reining. I'm pushing with my right leg until I get that step right there. Bend him to the left. He's kind of pulling on my hand a little bit, but not too bad. Raise my left hand, push up my left leg. Get one side, one, yield. There. See how when he yielded, I had slack in my rein? He's the one that gave that slack. Gets him to elevate the shoulders, brings his chin in, softens his face, and he doesn't pull on my hands anymore. I think when this horse was started, he's 4. When I got him, he was still wanting to kind of bow up and buck a little bit. I think when he was started okay. I don't think he did anything bad when they were starting him. This is a really nice horse. I really like this horse. And I think he just hasn't had the saddle time that he needs to learn what he needs to learn. So as I come around, ask him to bend to the right, I'll push up my right leg and I'll lift with my right rein, bring his shoulders to the left, and then he'll soften his face. This is how it works with a green horse. When I was demonstrating this before, I was on a more finished horse, and you saw more of what the end result looked like. This is a little bit more of what it looks like with a little bit greener horse. Right hand up, push up my right leg, a little bend, and a little bit of leg yield. And then we're going to get soft again. This horse needs to understand that he gives his face and he gets a release. When this horse was started, I think he never did really get the release, so he started pulling on the rider's hands to try to force the release, to try to pull a slack and get the release. Pull, get soft. Now as I'm pulling, I'm applying a little bit of leg too. Sometimes I apply the leg with the hand that I'm bending. Sometimes I apply the opposite hand. Right here, we're bending, but we're not really going left. That's where I would apply my left leg. Let's get back to trot again. Inside leg softens his face to my hand. So right there, that would be right leg. And then if I want more steer, that's going to be left leg right there. So depending on what he's doing determines which leg I'm going to use. So if you have any questions about what I'm doing with him, how I'm using my hands, how I'm using my legs to move his shoulders, put a question in the comments below, and I'll try to answer your question. If he's pulling on my hand, I'm going to use the leg on the side that he's pulling. That would be right leg. If he's not steering, like right here, if I want to steer to the right, I'll use left leg. See the neck rein start to develop? I pointed him the direction that we're neck reining, but all I'm doing is pointing his nose. The steering there is coming from the right rein and the right leg. Let's go to the right, point his nose to the right, left rein, left leg. See, he's steered when I put right leg on, or left leg on him. Left rein, left leg. There we go. Then get soft. I'm using the direct rein to point him, but the steering is coming from my outside leg and my outside rein. See there, we steered nice to the right, and I barely had any contact on this right rein. That's what I'm working on. I need that neck rein to come. The owner wants this horse to be a rope horse, so this horse needs a really nice neck rein, and that's what we're working towards. Neck rein, right leg. Get soft. I don't want to hang on his mouth. Neck rein, right leg. Get soft. If he's pulling on my hand, I'm going to use the leg that he's pulling on. That's usually the inside hand that he would be pulling on, so that would be the inside leg. The outside leg is my steering. So let's steer to the right. Good. And go straight. I just want a little bit of steering. He's just now learning how to neck rein. When he first come in, it was all I could do to get him to direct rein. Straight. I have not pushed this horse for a lot of speed because I want to make sure I have my steering down before I get the speed. Left leg, neck rein. There we go. Left leg, neck rein, release. Left leg, neck rein, release. Just like I was using my inside rein to pick the shoulder up to soften his face when he was pulling on me, that even though I was using it to soften the face, that's how the neck rein builds from that. When I was elevating the shoulder, I was moving it laterally, I was moving it out. Now that I'm asking for the neck rein, that's actually an easier movement. And that's what makes the neck rein come. And release. He's getting much better about not pulling the reins out of my hand. Really pleased with how settled he is. I know you probably can't hear all the commotion, but they had a generator going and a skill saw and hammering, and I see him looking at it. All right, we're going to steer left here. He's wanting to go right. Let's go left. Use a little bit of extra direct rein to help because he wasn't thinking about that direction. Steer left again. Good job. Now, since his career is going to be roping, he's kind of not listening, I get his attention back. Since his career is going to be roping and not like reining a rein cow horse, I'll ask him to do more steering off the rein and less steering off the leg. I won't ask for as much leg. He won't be as dependent on leg for roping as he would be for reining our cow horse. We'll walk him just a little bit. See if we got what we got for a spin. Really haven't worked a spin in particular, but what I have done is asked him to move his shoulders and steer. I would expect to have a little bit. So let's see what we got. Just ask him to step to the left a little bit. Good boy. Good boy. Step to the left one more time. I'm just pointing his nose with my direct rein. Out rein and outside leg. There we go. Not worried about the step forward he gave me. He gave me a nice step laterally. Let's go to the right. There we go. Now you notice that time he moved his back end before he moved his front end. That meant he was heavy on this shoulder right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him to kind of leg yield to the left, get weight off of this shoulder. Be right rein, right leg. Off of that shoulder. Now let's ask him to step around to the right. Got some back end movement, but it wasn't as much as before. So that tells me that what I need to be doing when I'm trotting him around, I need to get the right shoulder going to the left more. In the process of getting the right shoulder up and to the left, that's going to get the back end engaged, and the back end will move less. When I'm steering, the front end will move more. So let's do that. Let's work some right, pushing the shoulders to the left. You probably noticed the banner I hung up in the arena. Last year, 2022, I had just under 10 million views for the year. And if somebody wants to advertise, put a banner there, email me at that email address and we'll talk. Be a really good rate for 10 million views in a year. Now when I steer to the right and push with the left leg, that actually puts a little bit of weight back on the right leg. See right there, I have his head turned to the right, and we're actually going to the left. So we're gonna add some left leg and come around. Now some right rein, right leg, a little bit of leg yield. Pulling on me, I'm not gonna give until he softens. And soften. Let's go to the left this time. This horse has a really nice trot. And I say that and he comes to a walk. There we go. This horse has a really nice trot. I really like this horse. He is going to be nice. I just hung that banner in the arena yesterday evening. And this is the first time he's been in the arena, first time he saw it. He looked at it, but he didn't pay it a bit of attention. Really good-minded horse. Just walk him a little bit. If you have a horse that you want to message me and talk to me about training, shoot me a message. And I'll get back with you and we'll talk about the training on your horse. Until next time, thank you for watching.